Welcome back to our Bluesy Water channel. I recently did a video reviewing some key holistic tools, going over the pros and cons of each tool. I wanted to start to go into more depth about these tools. So first, let me get back into the chart. Okay, so this is the overview pros and cons chart. And the first one on the list is vibration machine with rapid release. Every tool on this chart is quite profound. When you use them in integration, you can get tremendous results. So these are sort of what I call the quintessential tools, but obviously you need some skill and awareness of how to use them together and what you're shooting for. So I come from a background in body work, and for me, the concept of what's called qi stagnation, the Chinese term qi stagnation, is a very living concept. It's a very powerful field that I'm aware of, much like if you're a really good saxophone player or guitar player, and you're very savvy with music, you have very good ears, and you're just a skilled musician. So number one, I encourage everybody to become more empathic, more intuitive, to start learning to listen to their body and develop and trust that intuitive sensibility. You can then hone that sensibility towards practice, and to essentially you're paying attention to yourself, you develop skill sets, and it's a feedback system, just like music. If you play an instrument, it's out of tune, you adjust the tuning. If you're a guitar player, you literally tune the strings. In a similar fashion, in health and wellness and Chinese medicine, when you're working on somebody or yourself, if let's say your liver string is out, which is the liver meridian, there are ways to actually create a realignment, or there's a way to work on that string of energy. So this is subtle, but we're not really approaching our body, number one, by paying attention and then trying to understand these energy systems, how to work with them. So this gave me a big leg up in terms of all these tools, because when you have that level of self-awareness and you understand you're working at a more subtler level, and you're not just working with the body and energy, you're working actually with consciousness itself. So this whole system here really presumes self-awareness, self-attention, and the ability to hone those skills into a meaningful feedback language. So let's start off with the vibration machine with the rapid release here. So first of all, let's review the pros and cons. This is an amazing tool for detoxification, for treating the lymph system, all the organs, the connective tissue, for all trauma issues. In other words, it mimics what animals do in nature when they tremble their body to release trauma. It works on the meridians and the chakras. It's a really pretty much profound self-bodywork protocol. Now, the beauty of this is that the machines do the work, and then you just have to know how to essentially point this one tool called the rapid release to strategically on the body to guide it, let's say, towards the organs or to the lymph. But the machines are doing the work. In traditional body work, you know, it's a lot of labor and a lot of work, let's say, to do organ massage, or what they call visceral massage, or to work on the lymphatic massage. So you get a huge start here by having these incredible machines in combination, essentially giving you this therapeutic threshold where if you just know how to point this rapid release tool and set this machine to a proper setting, you can do incredible amounts of self-work. Therapy can do a tremendous amount of work, but let's look at the nature of this therapy. Essentially, it's an intense vibrational field where you can start to essentially discombobulate the body from a neuromuscular point of view. Instead of things gripping and holding and grabbing, it starts to do this, and then you can do further release. It's like a neuromuscular trick, basically. Now, I do this in body work just using the rapid release tool alone. I include neuromuscular tricks to get people to release deep fascia patterns. So the cons are really just the limits of this therapy. So any outside-in vibrational field, you're going to hit a kind of a roadblock if you're going, let's say, deep in the brain or very deep within. you're not going to get literally that wave to go very deep within and stay consistent. So if you want to go microcellular, you really need additional therapies to go literally get to every cell. Now, these other therapies are great at getting to the cells and working at a cellular level, but they're not body work therapy. So this is critical to understand. This is you doing body work on yourself. It's probably the only way I know of a person who do effective self-body work. It's very important that if you do essentially address the meridians, the chakras, the fascia, this is enormous in terms of overall health. If there's a blockage, let's say in the liver meridian, you could have all kinds of issues with the side down your legs, with literally the health of your liver, with emotional problems such as anger, frustration. So this is, in some ways, to me, this is the #1 therapy if you were going to almost choose one thing over the other. This is a way for doing true self-body work, attending to yourself and treating yourself. And once again, if you want to then go, let's say you have a deep systemic issue in the brain, you had a stroke and you want to get to the nerve cells in your brain, this will not do it. Now you need a microcellular therapy. But if you understand that distinction, you're light years ahead in terms of setting up your own holistic clinic and really understanding, okay, this tool does this, and now I need to use this tool for that. It's very, very simple. If you're a carpenter, you wouldn't use a hammer as a screwdriver. Yet with self-care, where #1, we don't even know these tools. #2, we have no distinction. Part of the problem, I will say, is due to marketing. Unfortunately, when people search out a tool, they're given the implication a lot of times that it will do more than it can do. No one sells a technology saying, well, guess what? Here's the limit. You know, I mean, you wouldn't buy a 4-cylinder car expecting it to be a Ferrari. But in health and wellness, people do, due to unfortunately money issues, try to overhype what they're selling. So please be aware of that, and please have a mindfulness that you're just assembling these tools, know the tools, know their limits. Okay, so we have a lot of videos on this therapy vibration machine with rapid release, and I'm going to get into our YouTube channel and show you some of them. Okay, so if you search for rapid release, go into our channel. Do that, and here are many ways that we teach how to use the rapid release. For instance, combining ozone therapy here. Combining ozone therapy with rapid release, vibration machine, G machine, and acupuncture. So this is a way to enhance the effects of a systemic detox using the rapid release and the vibration machine. But in addition, you're infusing the ozone therapy into the body to detoxify the body. So this is a health systemic way of using the rapid release vibration machine. Just to give you and then we have the organ massage therapy. In other words, how to work all the organs. And this takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do the entire protocol. So you can do your kidneys, your liver, your spleen, stomach, pancreas, lungs, heart, everything. And in addition, the lymph system. So this is a great video for that. Neck treatment at home, this is structural. We just actually came up with a new protocol, which we'll do a video on soon. A creative way to use the vibration machine and rapid release to treat the neck. So this is a structural application. Here is again, these videos deal with the organ systems, using our Blue Z water as an infusion, in drinking the Blue Z water, which does whole body detox, and then getting on the vibration machine and using the rapid release to treat the organs. So here we're adding in that infusion of our Blue Z water, which works on heavy metals, chemicals. So you're combining the therapy with a detoxification approach and then really getting in on those organs. So we have many, many videos here creatively showing you how to use the rapid release. We also have a playlist, trauma release program, the vibration therapy and the rapid release is part of the trauma release program. So look at that. Consciousness work, if you're getting the energy body deeply engaged, this helps with any type of consciousness work, because all consciousness work really begins with trauma and trying to mitigate very deep subconscious trauma patterns. Antimicrobial program, this is a key part of the antimicrobial program. Essentially, we use the analogy that the vibration machine and rapid release is much like when you put soap in a washing machine and you then turn on the machine, the agitator, to actually do the cleaning. So when one is cleaning the body, one needs the agitator, and this therapy becomes the agitator. This therapy is part of the holistic protocols for systemic and chronic health issues. Then we have our whole vibration therapy series playlist. So we have a lot of stuff where the vibration therapy integrates advanced body work tips and tools. So PMF therapy is like essentially an internal vibration machine. It's a much more, it's the fine cellular magnetic pump, where a vibration machine is a mechanical pump. This is a magnetic pump. We're going to go into that in our future videos. But essentially, there's a similarity. One is mechanical pump, works a wave dynamic from the outside in. PMF actually is a microcellular pump using a magnetic field, a pulsing magnetic field. Okay, so lots of information, lots of broad width of areas this therapy covers. We have here just one example. If you go into our pros and cons list, we'll post this below this pros and cons list. If you click here, you will see our organ treatment protocol, the detox protocol. So this is a lifetime profound self-treatment therapy. It is really impossible. If you're, let's say, trying to treat fascia, let's say you're using a foam roller, or even one of those tools like these, what they call massage guns. They run at 32 RPM. They really don't have the same therapeutic benefit as the rapid release and vibration in tandem. The rapid release tool runs at 10,000 RPM, but much like an opera singer can sing a certain frequency and break a wine glass, the rapid release tool will break down scar tissue. But it really needs to be used strategically. I have a whole video on my bodywork site about how to use it in bodywork. If you Google 3 techniques rapid release, you'll find it. So for the home treatment, the massage, I'm sorry, for the home treatment, the vibration machine itself becomes the neuromuscular trick. And it creates a potential for the rapid release to work. The rapid release, if not used skillfully, is a mediocre tool, but used skillfully, it's an amazing tool. So if you have any questions on this therapy and you want to train on this therapy, it's not difficult to train. You would need to purchase our vibration machine. I want to just get to that too. We have 2 vibration machines on our website. This one is quite hefty for someone who's not too heavy. I highly recommend this one. This is the same machine. It was what's called the G-Force Pro, and it's just right now, actually, on the holidays, we have this on sale for $17.99 through the 31st. The G-Force Pro goes for around $2,200, and we have this always on sale at $19.99, but then we have our holiday special. So you can Google G-Force Pro. You can click here. We have all the specs. And also the Vibratrum 500 and the G-Force Pro, same machine. So this comes from the actual importer that distributes to these companies. So please take a look at all the specs. Functionally speaking, if you can afford it, this is truly the potentiator for the rapid release tool. By the way, if you will go to order this machine, it'll automatically apply the December discount code. The rapid release tool, you'll have to contact me as a practitioner. I can order one for you at a discount price. And then to do the training, it would probably take, let's say, 1 or 2 sessions at most to get the basics down. And if you want to do some real advanced stuff, we could do some additional protocols. But really, this is quite intuitive once you learn the basic moves. Get familiar with where to go for the organs, some of the lymph stuff, and the connective tissue work. your body will kind of self-guide you into what to do. So this is very much instinctive type therapy, and once you feel the release, you're going to be just loving it and wanting to do it often. This is good for anybody suffering with health issues, systemic issues, infection, structural issues, and trauma. It's big on trauma. So this is our #1 video. It's just using a vibration machine standalone, but if you add the rapid release in, you'll even get further results to essentially do what animals do, tremble and shake off trauma. There's a lot of our trauma release program goes into more depth about targeting the spine, the limbic system, where very deep trauma memories are held. So this is a very easy, kind of gentle way to start to shake off very, very deeply held neurological patterns. And then one can go deeper and deeper into this work. This is sort of a mainstay, steadfast trauma release protocol. So please take a look at this video here. Okay, so once again, to review, this is probably one of the most global, all-encompassing therapies one can do. It's self-body work, it's trauma work, it's detoxification. It just works on so many levels. In body work, you have all these modalities, and so probably everyone gets confused. What does fascia have to do with meridians? What does cranial sacral therapy, for instance, have to do with anything else? I get the relationship, everything interacts, everything is, you want to get as much interactive therapy going as possible. So when you can treat the meridians, the chakras, the fascia, the organs, the bones, all at once, this is very, very profound in terms of self-care. Okay, so this therapy, actually, I've probably been doing longer than any of the therapies on this list. I've been doing this for many, many years. This was a huge help when I was playing a lot of tennis in terms of releasing some structural issues. But this has been just a mainstay therapy and crossover therapy, virtually every other therapy for all the detox trauma work, as we mentioned in this video. Anybody trying to create a home self-clinic, this is just a must. If you have any questions, please contact me, Andrew at bluesywater.com. We'll post links below. Thank you.